I'm accustomed to seeing, I'm flying solo yet again. Richard was unable to attend last night, and you know, I figured I'd watch a movie, watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang for the first time. I was gonna watch a horror movie, but there's nothing good on Netflix, and you know, whatever, good movie. Anyway, so here I am today. Again, experimenting with this X broadcasting software, whatever it's called. I don't know. So I apologize if this is a little bit rocky, but I'm trying to implement a few new things. So week 5 is in the books now, and oh my God, amazing games were played this weekend. And I just want to say congratulations to all the teams that are 5-0. There were only a few of us left, and I say us because yes, this guy's team is 5-0. Despite the fact that I thought I was going to lose, Mike Evans came up big for me on Monday Night Football and got me the win. So I'm 5-0. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, more so. I mean, some great games this week, but I mean, more so next week. You will find that as the year progresses, the games to watch for section, as I will cover in a little bit, get a little bit more in depth because there are, you know, major implications the later we get in the year. And this week we have some enormous games coming up, and we'll get to that here in a second as we get it going. I'm experimenting with stuff here, so I apologize if it's awkward, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to hit this button and see what happens. Bloop. And then I'm going to hit this button and see what happens. Bloop. Nope. Bloop. There we go. All right, so here we go. Very basic stuff. I just made this like in 2 seconds because I'm trying to make it look a little bit cooler. And, you know, I think it works. So, as you can see, the guy in front, if you don't watch Game of Thrones, you have no idea who that is. So, we'll let it wait out and see why is this guy on the front standing here looking like a homeless man. But you'll find out soon enough. We're going to go straight to the top 10 of the Michigan Ultimate Survivor League. Here we go. We'll do the bottom 5 of the top 10, I should say. First, number 10, we have Password is Taco. They're 4-1 with 402.22 points. Number 9, we have Ashley Manning's HGH Supplier, also 4-1 with 406 points. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this gain on this microphone. It's all over the place. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. There we go. I think that's better. I think. Yes, there we go. That's better. So number 9, Ashley Manning's HGH Supplier, 4-1, 406.13 points. Number 8, Tallywhackers, 4-1, 409 points. Number 7, formerly number 2 in the nation. In case you wonder what these numbers in the parentheses are right here, that's what number they were last week. So Password is Taco went from 14 to 10. Ashley Manning's HGH by 15 to 9. Tallywhackers 11 to 8. And then number 2 last week, Flatliners, old Chad Fowler's team, unfortunately lost, falling to number 7. Not bad, still way up there. They're 4-1, 414.22 points. And then Better Bring Your A Game, Rob Jazerski, despite the fact that he won, I believe, last week. I think. He might have been undefeated. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. He's still number 6, so he didn't fall very far. And then our top 5 teams here, as fitting, there are 5 undefeated teams left, and here they are. They're on the top 5. Providence Power up number 6 to number 5. They're 5-0 with 388 points. That's my team. Hey, hey, hey. Wally went up from number 8 to number 4, 400.33 points. Number 3 up from number 4 is Runs Like a Girlie, rather. That is Josh Griner's one of his teams. They're 5-0 with 422.26 points. Number 2, last week's number 1 team, New Orleans Rock Chalks, still 5-0. Aaron King, 433.7, but he has fallen off the top spot in the nation to who? I don't know if you can hear that or not. Microphone picks up quite a bit. So here we go. Number 1 team could be the guy standing on the steps looking homeless. It is! You betcha. A team has no name. 5-0. That is Jekken Haggard from Game of Thrones, who, of course, his motto is he's a faceless man. Worships the many-faced god. I'm assuming his team name is a play on that. A girl has no name from Game of Thrones. If not, that's really weird. Number 1 in the nation, formerly number 3, has a whopping 444.62 points. Congratulations to you. Team has no name. You have been very, very good so far in this game, and that is Brandon Koski, I believe his name is. Way to go. Wait until you see this matchup coming up this week. So I'm going to cut back to this, I think. Let's see how this works. Nope. Let's get out here. And there we are. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, so Team Has No Name is #1 team in the nation. Good job to you. Oh, Horse Has No Name. Yeah, that's I was looking for some music to put on here, but I opted not to. Real quick, just want to go, because we are about halfway through the season. I'm going to go over just some cool stuff here real quick, just for kicks. You can go to the report section, go to player, and then go to starter points, I believe it's called. Where's that? Oh yeah, starter points player. And you can check out some cool stuff here. Halfway through the, well, we're not quite halfway. We're 11 weeks, so it's like an odd number. So it's either I do this week or next week. And next week I think it's going to be even bigger for some of the games coming up in terms of the broad scale. But there's nowhere near, there are 2 games as big as what we have coming up here in a minute. But anyway, it's kind of cool. You can look and see who you've started here. You can also go, this is what I'm doing right now. You can go to, like, you know, say top quarterbacks from week 5. Go to player, go to total, hit the now button. And this is cool because this shows you basically, the thing I use this for is to see how many people have started who. You know, so for example, right now, and it's not sorted by games, unfortunately, I have to kind of dig through that. If you look through here, you see Matthew Stafford so far is the #1 started quarterback. It means 49 of the 96 teams have started him already. 46 teams have started Eli Manning, 43 teams have started Derek Carr, 41 teams have started Drew Brees, so on and so forth. What I think is interesting is this one here, not a big surprise in the running back, is D'Angelo Williams has been started by 68 of the 96 teams. That's 2/3. Melvin Gordon's been started by 58 teams. Spencer Ware, obviously, these are backups for the most part. I mean, that's why you want to start them while they're actually like in. Jordan Howard, here's a big one. He was the #1 starter player this week. He's been started by 43 teams already, and he is amazing, by the way. C.J. Anderson's been started by 53 teams, so he's actually probably 3rd. And you get down to, like, you know, you can get down there and see, like, okay, LaShawn McCoy's been started by 6 people. Shane Vereen, same. So it gives you a gauge as to who's starting who. You go to wide receivers, and I believe #1 is Antonio Brown, I think. No, Amari Cooper. No. I thought Antonio Brown was way up there. He's, well, 30, okay, but he's been started by quite a few people. Not everyone, though. One last one I'm going to show you here is defense. See who started the defense the most, I believe. The Cardinals? Nope. The Miami Dolphins are #1 in this, which is weird because they're nobody. Minnesota Vikings, 31 teams have started them. What is up with this team? They're incredible. I apologize if the camera waves. I'm shaking my leg really bad. I'm in this tight closet now because I'm having another baby. By the way, it's a boy. Our next great fantasy football owner could be coming, courtesy of this guy. That's right, second son on the way. His name's Renly. Another Game of Thrones reference, perhaps, or maybe not. So that's kind of cool if you never mess with that. Also, just to show you another thing you can do, you can go to reports, franchise, and scoring history, and you can see based on, so like let's say you're scouting. Now this, anyone can do this. You do not have to be a commissioner, okay? This is just some tips for you. If you go to reports, franchise, scoring history, not only can you see who you've started, this is Providence Power, it's kind of a mess, but it'll show you like an X, an X, an S. That means I started him in week 4, for example, or week 3. I don't know why these guidelines are off. It's really weird. But that means I started Drew Brees in week 3, scored me 18.97 points. But you can also, this shows you everyone that you've started, and also shows you everyone that your opponent has started. So if you really want to get nerdy and do some research, you can see who your opponents have started pretty easily. Let's say, like this week I'm playing, oh yeah, that's right, the #1 team in the nation. The team has no name. He started Tom Brady this week. Don't have to worry about him now. Kirk Cousins, Eli Manning, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford. Well, geez. Well, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say I wonder why you're #1, but, I mean, you started Matt Ryan already and Tom Brady this week. So, yeah, you know, pretty good. Matt Ryan is amazing this year. C.J. Anderson. You can see who your opponents have started. You can't see who they're starting this week, but you can see who they've started in the past, which is pretty cool. In case you're new to this league and haven't figured out how to play with these reports thing, it's pretty darn neat. You can go to weekly summary here. It shows you who scored the most points. #1 in the nation is, you know, a team has no name. #2 is New Orleans Rock Chalks. But number 20 is scored the 3rd most points, Gregory Clegane. So, way to go, man. He's number 20, but he's ranked number 3 in points. And that is, of course, important in the playoffs because the points determine seeds, no doubt about it. So, anyway, we're going to head back to scene 2, which is shift 2, and it's going to be really weird. It's going to look like one of those things when you're at like a hotel and you're looking at the mirrors in the bathroom. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever. Watch this. Whoa, man. Yeah, that's, I don't know if anyone else does that, but I do. Going to go back here, and we're going to hit this button, and bang, we're back to the full screen. Yes, I'm mastering this amazing artwork. I'm telling you, in like 5 years, I'll have the sweetest podcast ever. Till then, you just got to make do. All right, so here we go. Games to watch for in Week 6. This is huge, okay, because there's some mammoth games coming up this week. First of all, in the Ron Burgundy Conference, you have number 16, Team Major Key, which is Cody Cole's team, taking on Magic Mike Plate, who is not ranked, but he's 3-2. And the 4-1 teams are leading that conference right now. So, I mean, both of these games, as you'll see the one below it, 4-1 versus 3-2, huge games, because not only if Mike wins will he be 4-2 and Team Major Key will be 4-2, he would also have the tiebreaker head-to-head at least with him. So this is an astronomical game for Mike to win. Cody Cole, if he wins this game, he's going to be 2 games up plus have the tiebreaker. And yes, it's still early in the year, so it's not a huge... It's not like this is like a season-making game, but my God, it does help to win this game. For anyone who's listening to this game, you want to win these games because it's very important. Your records are very close, and your tiebreaker is going to be determined based on this week, so be ready for that. Tenacious D, Josh Crampton, he's 4-1, taking on Staff-Infected Johnson. Robert Harville, 3-2. Same situation as above. Now, why that game is listed below them is because, I'm going to cut back to this other thing real quick. This is something else that's pretty important to know is, again, like we talked about last week, the tiebreakers, Team Major Key, as it stands right now, even though he is ranked lower, that just means he has fewer points. That means he has beaten Tenacious D or Forte Shades of Grey, or at least he has the best record out of those 3 teams playing against each other. So let me just look at his history here. Go to schedule. And let's see. He has beaten Tenacious D 61.71 to 58.72. So he's 1-0 against those 2 teams. Obviously, Tenacious D's potentially 0-1. We can look and see. This is great. The site is not very user-friendly, but there is a lot of information on there. Tenacious D lost to Team Major Key right there. So he's 0-1, which probably means that the other team in this 3-way tie hasn't played any of the other ones yet. So yeah. Forte Shades of Grey. Let's see what this guy's done. This is Melissa Garrity's team, by the way. Whatever. Where are we at here? I don't know what's going on anymore. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Oh, yeah. They haven't played anyone yet. They haven't played anyone, but they have the fewest points. That's why they're ranked lower. Okay, that makes sense. So, Team Major Keys, 1-0 in these. These guys are 0-1. This guy's 0-0. So, and I guess it goes by points at that point. I don't know. I'd have to look into that more. Anyway, back to the games to watch. We're going. We'll get there. I promise you we will get there together. And it's going to be incredible when we do. All right, Frank Drebin Conference. Brutal Broncos, Brent Timmerman, 3-2, taking on the number 20 team, Tallahassee Thundercats, which is Joel Bills. Usually one word, but we're split it up there. That is I believe this conference has maybe no, there's one 4-1 team. Password is Taco. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong division. There's several 4-1 teams, but they're playing bums this week. That's why they're not in the games to watch, because it's 4-1 versus 1-4, etc., etc. So, yes, we're back to this thing. Boop. And, okay. So, and then Dardar's Dandies, D. Skrill Cook, he loves it when I call him that, taking on the Jackson Cornholers, Michael Shane Dean, a.k.a. the Serial Killer. Anyone with 3 names, I think, is a serial killer. But so those are, 3-2s all facing each other. These are in the Drebin and Griswold conferences here. So even though they're not really in the lead of the division, it is very important that they win and get the leg up on people because, again, better records and tiebreakers, critical. Those are good games, but these games are insane coming up here. So the Derek Zoolander Conference has the Black Hole and Pat Provost, 3-2, both playing each other, big games. Jeff Spicoli Conference. Whoa, my God, what am I doing? Previous slide. Jeff Spicoli Conference. Now, there are 2 games this week that are absolutely monumental, but none of them are bigger than this game right here in this Jeff Spicoli Conference. A team who has no name. 5-0, Brandon Koski, taking on my Providence Power, 5-0, James Seagraves. I think in year 1, Richard Perez and Mike Plate battled each other. They were undefeated pretty late in the season, and it was a huge game. Since then, I do not remember this happening this late in the season. 2 5-0 teams, 2 6-0 teams, 2 4-0 teams even, battling at the beginning at this point of the season. So I mean, this is one of the biggest games in MUSL history, Koski. And I wish you good luck in this game. I really haven't used very many good players, but I've seen who you've used. You Matt Ryan, Tom Brady already. I haven't used either of those two, just to put it in perspective. So yeah, this has absolutely monumental implications, not only for the Jeff Spicoli Conference, but for the entire league. Going halfway through, whoever wins this game is going to have a huge leg up. And then the Lebowski Conference, you have Runs Like a Girlie 2.0, Josh Griner. Way to go, by the way. Still have 2 people in the top 20. Amazing job, my friend. Taking on the Kazoo Crazies 3-2. This one kind of hurts me a little bit because the Crazies, I think it was the weekend of his stepdaughter's wedding, he did not even put a lineup in. Despite the fact that I sat there and reminded him, hey, you got to put a lineup in. He didn't. So if he had put a lineup in, he might be 4-1. This game could be even bigger. But moving on, in the Brody Bruce Conference, we have 2 4-1s. Ashley Manning's HGH supplier. That's Joel Spencer taking on Better Bring Your A Game, number 6 in the nation, Rob Jazerski. Obviously, that's important. Going down here, there's Getting Schneider 3-2 versus Somerset Slammers 4-1. Craig Dobbs. Somerset, they currently hold the tiebreaker over the number 6 and number 9 teams, which are the guys up here battling each other. So if he can win that game, he will be in sole possession of first place only because he holds the tiebreaker over both these jokers here. So, and again, we're halfway through the year, so no need to really get your panties in a twist over these things, but they're things to watch for. Plus, I get to shout out other people's names in the thing. Tom Schneider, Craig Dobbs. Don't say their names very often. Congratulations, you got your name said on the podcast. And then the Kirk Lazarus Conference, we have 5-0 Aaron King, number 2 in the nation, taking on Danny Lane, 3-2. Great owner. I mean, he's a playoff team. And yeah, that's big. Obviously, if Collector Kings loses that game, they're going to be 3-3, and Aaron King's going to be 6-0. So these 3-2 teams really need to win this week in order to keep things from getting out of control. Same goes for Run Like a Girlie, Josh Griner, 5-0, taking on Brady's Balls, Corey Brewer, 3-2. Those 3-2 teams need to put super lineups in my opinion, in order to prevent New Orleans / Runs Like a Girlie from going 6-0 and distances up from the pack even further. That is everything from there. So let's cut back to this. Here we are. Good. Hello. How we doing? So yeah, I'm going to go back to that last conference. Yeah, because you're looking at. I mean, if you look right here, 5-0, 5-0. Everyone else, there's 4 3-2 teams. So 8 Miles from 8 Mile and USS Enterprise Fighting Red Shirts had better be hoping for Collector Kings and Brady's Balls to win those games because that'll keep everything within reach, not very far away. If either of those teams win, or especially both of those teams win, good Lord, it's going to be tough for you guys to catch up. So, okay, well, that about wraps it up. There is one team that was abandoned this week. I already have, I believe, Tom Schneider is going to take that team over. He contacted me prior to this happening. So, yeah, it sucks. We're losing owners, but I'd rather lose them quick than, I mean, we've lost 3. I mean, out of 96, that's pretty damn good. Historically, at this point, we'd already lost like 10 or 12 because people can't figure out the website. So, it is what it is. But the website's a bitch, but it is the only thing that allows us to do the way we do this. And the way we do it, is unlike any other. Trust me. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. And, yeah, a couple things to look for this weekend if you are in the Jackson area. Here Come the Mummies, or We Are the Mummies, whatever the fuck the name is. They're coming to the fairgrounds on Friday night. And, of course, on Saturday, there is the Concatenation Convention at JCC. So if you're a science nerd, which I know there's a few of you here who are science nerds, check it out. It's like a science fact behind science fiction convention that I am on the board with. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, take it easy. I'm out. If I can click this button, I'm out. I'm out now for real.